Friends, let's solve this problem. It says the ends of the diameter of a circle are minus the coordinates of the ends. And I have sketched this circle to enhance our understanding of the question. So we should find the coordinate of the center and the length of the radius. Hence, we should find the equation of the circle. Now, literally, it said not first to find what is the coordinate of the center of the circle, 2, the radius of the circle, and 3, an equation describing the circle. Now, let's, for convenience, choose this point as the center of the circle. Let's call it XC, and the coordinates YC. Okay, so this is the center. Now, let me try use a line so it should have a certain, it should have a gradient. Okay, so I'm dividing it into two. This radius R should have a gradient because I have inclined at an angle of theta. This other side should have a gradient too. Okay, now literally what this means is that this is our x1 and x2. If we are starting with it and ending with this coordinate, beginning with this coordinate, through this coordinate to this coordinate. This is x2 and y2. Now, if I call here O, as it confidently center is O, I call here M, I got big M and N, and this coordinate here is XC, YC, meaning this is X, Y is, YC is the vertical component. What it means is that if I call here P, and here is Q, PM now will be XC minus X1, okay? While MO will be YC minus Y1, okay? In the same vein, from this point, from O to N will be, because X2 is now greater than YC. Here, at this point, XC is greater than X1. But at this other point, XC is less than X2. Okay, and YC here is greater than Y1, and YC here is less than Y2. Now, the same thing applies here. Here is Y2 minus YC. Now, because this is a radius, this length, this side of this triangle and this side of the triangle are equal. Okay? Likewise, the vertical components are equal. What it means is XC minus Y1, X1 must be equal to, from this point to this point, which is X2 minus XC. Okay? Equals X2 minus XC. So, in the algebra, you have XC equals half of X1 plus X2. Okay? Now, the same thing applies here. YC minus Y1 equals Y2 minus YC, giving us YC to be half of Y2 plus Y1. This doesn't matter whether it's Y2 first. Okay? Now, here, X1 is minus 2, X2 is 4. So what it means is the coordinates XC becomes minus 2 plus 4 all over 2. That gives us 1. YC equals 7 plus 3 all over 2. That gives us 10 over 2. So the coordinates, the coordinate of the center XC, YC equals 1, 5. So the first question is solved. Now, we look at these two small triangles, POM and OQN. We can use it to, using Pythagoras theorem, it is the same. R squared equals XC minus X1 plus YC minus Y1. Or, this is also R squared equals Y2 minus Y1 squared plus X2 minus XC squared. If we do that, Radius, coordinate of the center, coordinate equals xc, yc equals 1, 5. The first, probably the first question has been answered. Second one, r squared. We are using triangle POM. Okay, we have r squared equals yc minus y1 squared plus xc minus x1 squared. So that gives us yc is 5 minus y1 is 3 squared plus xc is 1 minus y1 is minus 2 minus 2. That gives us 5 minus 3 is 2 squared. 1 minus is 1 plus 2 is 3 squared. That gives us 13. So r equals square root of 13. Okay, this is number 2. We found it. Now the last one says, hence find the equation of the circle. Now 3, the equation of the circle is r squared equals, choose either this triangle POM or OQN to give you the same thing. Okay, so that gives us x minus xc plus y minus yc squared. That gives us x is 1 plus y is 5 squared. Okay, I will have to wipe the question too. Okay, let me wipe here. Now what it means is that we'll have this is r squared equals x minus 1 squared plus y minus 5 squared. Expand this is x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus expand this gives us y squared minus 10y plus 25. So we're having r squared equals s squared. Of course, r squared will be square root of 13 squared, because that is the radius, equals s squared minus 2x. Okay, let's bring times plus y squared minus 2x minus 10y. 1 plus 5 is 26. So we're having this will give us equal to 13. So we're now having x squared plus y squared minus 2x plus minus 10y. 26 minus 13 is of course, this 13 crosses over because minus 13 and that gives us 13 equals of. So since this becomes the equation of the circle. Okay, this is the equation of the circle, radius and coordinates. I hope this helps someone. Thank you very much and God bless you.